Kevin Hart, Chris Rock. And it's any criteria to you.
Yeah, to you.
I love Kevin's savviness and business and everything. You know, I actually work for him on the project and stuff. I think he's great. Phenomenal comic. Theaters, arenas. That's how I get it. Rock has been around forever, just legendary and all of that. And so I will go with Rock just on his legendariness and how he is, you know what I mean? Okay. But I love Kevin, and Kevin is phenomenal, one of the greatest that ever did it, you know what I mean? But just, they both are amazing, right. But I'm just gonna go legendary status, Rock. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor or Red Fox?
Richard Pryor. Yeah,
Richard Pryor, the only nigga that could say he slept with another nigga, and none of us paid attention to it. we just let it go.
It's different.
No,
how is it different?
It's just skin when it's Richard, dog. It's only skin when it's Richard.
Coming from the man who says booty cat.
So every booty must be a booty cat to him.
Every booty's a booty cat.
I didn't realize, like, I was watching Richard shit, and I was like, this motherfucker was a menace to this shit.
Yeah. He was molested when he was little, man.
Shit, damn.
You know,
he was raised in a whorehouse.
Yeah, he was raised in a whorehouse. That'll happen if you're raised in a whorehouse, I think. You know,
definitely gonna see shit.
I can imagine, right?
That's hilarious.
Eddie Murphy or Damon Wayans?
Eddie Murphy. I love Damon. Shout out to Damon. Damon's one of the GOATs. Eddie, though, all day long. I think Damon would choose Eddie.
Right. That's how we.
Damon is super underrated, man.
Yeah, no, Damon's a beast. Yeah. Always has been a beast.
But is it Eddie who perfected the leather outfits?
I'm gonna tell you, when you see me on specials doing, I got leather pants. I wear leather pants and honor Eddie.
Eddie. Okay.
Every special you see me on, I got a pair of leather pants on, and I do it in honor of Eddie.
You remember when you first met Eddie?
Yo, yeah. When I met Eddie, dog, I'm gonna tell you that shit. I'm gonna tell you real quick. 2 times I met Eddie. The first time I met Eddie, I was walking to this party that they was having for Dream Girls. As I was walking through the door, Eddie was leaving. He was walking out.
Dream Girls with Beyonce in it?
Yeah. He stopped at the door and he said something and the whole room started laughing and I was just standing like out the way. But then I leaned into him and I was like, hey man, you gonna see me again, dog. And he just looked at me and was like, okay. And just walked out. Cut to Netflix, they have these parties every year for like anybody that's like nominated for any kind of award. They have these dinners, right, where they have like all comedians. Not a lot of comedians. It's probably like 20 comedians. So
it's not 30. Netflix is not a joke. It's not that.
Yes, Netflix is a joke and Netflix, right?
Okay.
Now it might be about 50 comedians, right? And Eddie, we was there, and Eddie walked in that motherfucker, right? And I seen him, and I was like, oh shit, there go Eddie. So I kind of put my head down, and I was chilling, but everybody was there. Dave, Kevin, I mean, anybody that's like, anybody was in this motherfucker, right? And Eddie walked around, spoke to everybody, and then he walked right up to me and was like, hey, dog, I'm a fan, man. And I was like, dog, don't say that, dog. And he was like, no, for real. He was like, I am. I said, really? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, keep doing your thing. I appreciate the way that you do and your style and everything. And at that moment, I told him, I said, man, whatever you need, dog, I don't care what it is. You want me to write? Man, I ain't charging you nothing. Just let me come rock with you. Let me show you what I can do, whatever you need. And he was like, all right, cool, thanks. And after that, man, that boosted my morale. So I'm gonna let you know to all the legends, man. When you say some shit like that to anybody, even like MCs and shit, like singers, when the legend, just you merely going, you appreciate somebody, that would take that person's work ethic to a whole nother page.
Right. 1 million %.
No, absolutely. So any legends out there, man, definitely give people they love, man. If you really fuck with them, whatever, because I went on a whole nother page after that.
And especially people coming up as legends to show love to the legend that came before them.
Absolutely.
I agree with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, hold up, before we keep going.
And I actually, real quick, and then after that, cut to about 2 years later, I did a movie with him.
Wow.
Did a movie called You People. That was on Netflix.
The Jewish guy, little guy.
Yep, and I did a scene with him in there. Yeah,
Nipsey Hussle.
Yep.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, it was Jonah Hill. Yep, and I did a scene in the movie with him.
He was dating the daughter, right? Or getting
Lauren,
I played the wedding planner in the movie. Yeah, I was like setting the wedding up for them.
Lauren
I was
London,
like, yeah, with Laura London. Yep. So it all came full circle, you know. So yeah, shout out to Eddie.
Well, tell him about the stand-in part.
Who, Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie stand-in.
When you do a movie with Eddie, Eddie do his coverage. And we did Eddie's coverage, and then they was turning on my coverage, right? And so we came back and sat down, and I'm like going over my lines and waiting to do the scene with him. And this dude just sat down and was like, "All right, you ready?" And I'm like, "Where they at?" And he was like, "He ain't coming." I said, "Oh, so what you doing?" He was like, "I'm doing Eddie's part." I said, "Oh, okay." So I did my scene.
Oh, so he does his scene without knowing?
No, Eddie's large. After Eddie coverage, he gone. You don't see Eddie no more.
Like his shot. Just for people who don't know.
When the camera turn on, when the camera turn on the other person, if it's like over a shoulder or something, that ain't his shoulder. Eddie's chilling.
It's Freddie Murphy.
But he's Eddie Murphy. Like he's not about to stand in. Yeah. So it was an honor when we did You People to actually go back and forth with him in a scene, because a lot of people don't be in a scene with him. You know what I mean? So it was great. Shout out to the legend Eddie, man.
Who would you say is your inspirations, comic inspirations?
Man, mine go all the way across the board. I mean, Eddie, definitely, Red Fox, Moms Mabley, Ellen DeGeneres, Mitch Heffburn, George Garland. Like, man, I just like detail. I'm a detail comic. Like, even with my comedy, it's more like observational humor. You know what I mean? It's not like I do a lot of topical stuff. Anything you see in my specials, I'm not really talking about too much that's going on at the moment.
Right.
And I don't do political stuff, but it's very, very like...
Stuff that everybody can relate to, though.
Yeah, that can relate to, and very observational type stuff or whatever. So those people are those kind of comics, you know what I mean? And so I mix it all in with the fearlessness of Richard Pryor and even Dave. You know, I've been on tour with Dave a few times, and just watching him every night, just watching D get down. D is probably, one of the messiahs, or the messiah right now, because he don't have no sponsorships. Right. He ain't got nobody he got to answer to. None. Yep. He ain't got nobody to answer to. So he can do things that other people can't do. Yep. And that's why he's important. So.
Okay. How did you feel about when Katt was going at when Dave was going at Katt for saying what he said on Shannon Sharp?
You said when Dave went at Katt?
Yeah, when he was like kind of clapping back his, he felt like Katt was, stepping on a lot of comments.
I was there that night. We was at D-Ray's room. Yeah, I was on stage with him. And I think he was just giving his rendition, of how he felt. He felt like, we need to be working together. You know what I mean? Like, we comics. Like, what we out here doing?
Acting like rappers.
Yeah, like acting like rappers. And it's crazy. And it's like, we comics. You know what I mean? And so he was just basically saying, like, if you had a problem, just call somebody, whatever, But, it just happened the way that it happened or whatever, And I think the one thing that tripped me out about that whole interview with Shannon Sharp was all this stuff Katt was talking about was old as fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, this shit been out there. Like, how did it blow up like that on this interview? Like, I never really got that, but... Because it was all old information, right. You know what I mean? So to see that happen, it blew my mind, but it is what it is.